Anderson's schedule is so flexible that you can be involved in many extracurricular activities outside of school. One of mine, my husband and I bought a house our first year, and we proceeded to remodel everything in that house. Even though it was tough to do while working and going to school, we actually just finished and put the house on the market and already have a couple of offers. I also still had time to volunteer for the Recording for Blind and Dyslexic, which is an association I'm very close to. And there's time to actually meet up with friends and classmates that you meet, to go to have lunch, to go have a drink after class, to just have time to spend outside of a classroom experience.
Yeah, I think my schedule didn't have as much time to really participate in a lot of extracurriculars, but I would say that meeting classmates outside of campus is kind of how I sort of would define that. And I had met some people that sort of do what I do, or were in industries that were related to what I do at work. And I would actually see some of these folks at cocktail parties and that sort of thing. And we now had this instant sort of Anderson, and not just Anderson, but Anderson-FEMBA, bond that, I call these guys regularly all the time. One of the things I do at work is follow the movie theater industry, and one of my core teammates recently switched jobs and now works for a film distribution company. So, I mean, just having that resource as not only a friend, but a professional resource, is great. And I've been able to sort of incorporate both work and social, I guess, aspects into my extracurricular activities.
I guess I was fortunate to have a little bit more time than a lot of people did, but I made a conscious effort that I was not going to repeat my undergraduate experience in gaining the freshman 15 first year of the program. So I've continued on running with the team and training program with leukemia lymphoma, and did a full marathon and 2 half marathons in the first year and a half of the program. So that was my promise to myself, to not gain all the weight. But I think the other thing that I really enjoyed on campus as an extracurricular I took advantage of were the Anderson study trips. During the holiday break and spring break, they're mostly organized by full-timers, but they're open to everybody. To head overseas, to go do visits in companies, meet up with MBA students from other programs overseas, as well as do some of the tourist activities. So for example, spring break second year, got to go to China, to Beijing and Shanghai, meet up with the MBA students from Inner Mongolia, go meet with General Motors and a couple other companies. So that was really neat.
And there are many associations at Anderson that allows FEMBAs to get involved in either international studies, or there's one that both Howard and I did called the Anderson Student Asset Management, where we had $500,000 that we got to invest over a year and have true real-life experience. So Anderson definitely allows FEMBAs that opportunity.